The Philippines has made a bold move. It has decided to accept a significant offer from China. This decision has sent ripples through the global community. It signals a potential shift in the balance of power in Asia. For decades, the Philippines maintained close ties with the United States. The US had been a long-standing ally. However, the lure of economic prosperity and development has led the Philippines down a new path. This decision marks a new chapter in Sino-Philippine relations. It reflects the Philippines' independent foreign policy approach. Only time will tell how this strategic shift will reshape the geopolitical landscape. China has presented the Philippines with a package deal. It includes massive investments in various sectors. These sectors include infrastructure, energy, and telecommunications. China promises to modernize the Philippines' outdated infrastructure. One of the most eye-catching elements is the proposed high-speed railway. It will connect the northern and southern islands of the Philippines. This project has the potential to boost tourism and economic activity. Beyond infrastructure, China has pledged investments in renewable energy. This aligns with the Philippines' goal of achieving sustainable development. Chinese companies are also keen to invest in the rapidly growing digital economy of the Philippines. The Philippines' decision has reverberated throughout Asia. Neighboring countries are closely observing the developments. Some view it as an opportunity to strengthen their own ties with China. Japan and Australia, traditional allies of the US, have expressed concerns. They worry about China's growing influence in the region. The move could trigger a realignment of alliances in Asia. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, faces a delicate balancing act. It must maintain regional stability while navigating the complexities of this new dynamic. The Philippines' move could embolden China's assertiveness in the South China Sea. The new alliance between China and the Philippines presents both opportunities and challenges. On the one hand, Chinese investments could propel the Philippines' economic growth. The influx of capital could create jobs and improve living standards. On the other hand, there are concerns about China's intentions. Some critics argue that China is using its economic might to exert political influence. They fear that the Philippines might be caught in a debt trap, becoming overly reliant on China. The Philippines must carefully manage this relationship. It needs to ensure that its long-term interests are protected. This includes safeguarding its sovereignty and territorial integrity. Section 5, a delicate balancing act. The US factor in Sino-Philippine relations. The Philippines' pivot towards China has strained its relationship with the US. The US has long been a security guarantor for the Philippines. It has provided military aid and support. The new alliance raises questions about the future of US military presence in the region. The US may reconsider its commitments to the Philippines. This could have implications for regional security. The Philippines faces the challenge of maintaining a balance between its ties with China and the US. It needs to reassure the US that its commitment to the alliance remains strong. Section 6. Navigating the crossroads, sovereignty and economic aspirations. The Philippines stands at a crossroads. It must balance its desire for economic development with the need to protect its sovereignty. China's economic power is undeniable. Yet, the Philippines must not compromise its principles. The Philippines needs to engage with China from a position of strength. It should leverage its strategic location and its young, dynamic population. It should seek to attract investments from a diverse range of partners. The Philippines' success will depend on its ability to navigate this complex geopolitical landscape. It must make strategic choices that prioritize its long-term interests. This includes safeguarding its sovereignty while pursuing economic growth. Section 7. The South China Sea Conundrum, calmer waters, or brewing storms. The South China Sea dispute looms large over the new alliance. This body of water is not just a geographical feature. It is a critical maritime route that sees a significant portion of the world's trade passing through its waters. China claims almost the entirety of this strategically important waterway. Their stance is based on historical maps and records, which they argue justify their extensive claims. The Philippines, along with several other countries, also have claims in the area. These nations, including Vietnam, Malaysia and Brunei, base their claims on international law, particularly the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Some experts believe that closer ties between China and the Philippines could lead to a more peaceful resolution of the dispute. They argue that economic cooperation and mutual benefits could pave the way for a diplomatic solution. They argue that dialogue and cooperation are essential for maintaining stability in the region. Others are more skeptical. They point out that past negotiations have often stalled or failed to produce lasting agreements. They fear that China might use its influence over the Philippines to advance its own interest in the South China Sea. This concern is not unfounded given China's history of assertive actions in the region. They argue that China's assertive actions in the region pose a threat to freedom of navigation and international law. The presence of warships and military installations has only heightened tensions, making the prospect of a peaceful resolution seem increasingly remote. Section 8. A New Silk Road, the Philippines and China's Global Ambitions. The Philippines' decision to partner with China aligns with China's Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI. This initiative, launched in 2013, aims to enhance global trade and stimulate economic growth across Asia and beyond by developing trade routes reminiscent of the ancient Silk Road. The BRI is a massive infrastructure project aimed at connecting China to the rest of the world. It involves the development of roads, railways, ports and other infrastructure projects in various countries, including the Philippines. The Philippines is strategically located along the Maritime Silk Road, a key component of the BRI. This maritime route is crucial for facilitating trade between China and other countries, making the Philippines an important partner in this initiative. Chinese investments in Philippine ports and railways could enhance connectivity and facilitate trade between China and Southeast Asia. These projects are expected to improve the infrastructure in the Philippines, making it easier to transport goods and services. The Philippines' participation in the BRI could bring economic benefits. Improved infrastructure can lead to increased trade, job creation, and overall economic growth. The influx of Chinese investments could also boost local industries and create new opportunities for businesses. However, it also raises concerns about China's growing influence. Some fear that the Philippines may become too dependent on China, potentially compromising its sovereignty and national interests. Critics argue that the BRI is a tool for China to project its power and reshape global governance. They worry that China's investments come with strings attached, leading to increased political and economic leverage over participating countries. The debate continues as the Philippines navigates its role in this ambitious global initiative. Section 9. A Transformative Era. The Long View of Sino-Philippine Partnership. The Philippines' alliance with China marks a pivotal moment in its history. This partnership is not just a fleeting moment, but a significant chapter that could redefine the future of both nations. It reflects a changing world order in which China is playing an increasingly prominent role. As China continues to rise as a global superpower, its influence extends far beyond its borders, reaching into the heart of Southeast Asia. The long-term implications of this partnership remain to be seen. Will it bring prosperity and stability, or will it lead to new challenges and conflicts? Only time will tell. The Philippines faces the challenge of managing its relationship with China while preserving its sovereignty and its alliances with other countries. This delicate balancing act requires careful diplomacy and strategic foresight. It must strike a delicate balance between economic development and national security. The economic benefits of Chinese investments are substantial, but they come with strings attached that could impact the nation's autonomy. The Philippines' journey in this new era will be closely watched by the world. Every decision made will be scrutinized, and its outcomes will serve as a case study for other nations in similar positions. Its success in navigating the complexities of this evolving geopolitical landscape will depend on its ability to make strategic choices that serve its national interests. The stakes are high, and the world is watching to see how the Philippines will chart its course in this transformative era. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Your support helps us bring you more in-depth analysis and stories from around the world.